The SteelSeries Arena 3 promises total gaming immersion with huge sound and wireless freedom for around $125. And in this video, I will tell you exactly why it fails to deliver on that promise, saving you a major headache. But here's what surprised me. On paper, these speakers look fantastic, with big drivers and software support from a trusted brand. Therefore, you need to see the three massive problems I discovered that make this a product you should avoid, and I'll show you what to buy instead. For the best price on my recommended alternative, click the link in the description. Let's start with the unboxing and first impressions, because this is where the Arena 3 is on its best behavior. Out of the box, it feels solid. The design is minimalist, the matte plastic is nice, and the volume dial on the front is satisfying to click. It has heft. You plug it in via the included USB-C to USB-A cable for your PC, or you can use the aux input, and you are ready to go. Setup is genuinely easy. There's no power button, which is a bit odd. It just turns on when it gets a signal, but that's fine. The sound at first listen is okay. It's not mind-blowing, but for a quick setup, it's serviceable. The Bluetooth connection to my phone worked instantly. No drama. So far, so good, right? This feels like a standard, decent speaker. But here's the first major problem, and it's a deal-breaker for anyone who values their sanity. The volume control is a complete disaster. Therefore, we need to talk about this dial. You have a master system volume on your Windows or Mac computer, right? And then the speaker itself has its own physical volume dial. You'd think they would work together, like in a harmonious relationship. Think again. Their relationship is more like a bad roommate situation, where one is always passive-aggressively turning the music up after the other turns it down. The Arena 3 has something called absolute volume, which means the dial's position dictates the maximum volume output from your computer's slider. If the speaker dial is at 50%, your Windows volume slider might only go to 30% of its actual maximum potential. So you turn the Windows slider up to 100, but the sound is still quiet because the speaker dial is low. It's confusing, frustrating, and it makes fine-tuning your volume a nightmare. You'll constantly be adjusting two controls. In 2024, a volume knob should not require a troubleshooting manual. It's the audio equivalent of a printer asking for a driver update in the middle of your resume print. Therefore, after wrestling with the volume, you might try to fix things with the promised killer feature, the Sonar software. This leads us to problem number 2. The software is more of a problem than a solution. SteelSeries GG software suite, which houses Sonar, is famously bloated. It's a huge download that wants to control your entire gaming ecosystem. For just a pair of speakers, this is massive overkill. But the real joke is that once you get it installed, the customization is there. The 10-band EQ, the spatial audio, but it feels bolted on. The settings don't always persist. Sometimes the spatial audio just makes everything sound like you're in a tin can underwater. To get good sound, you're forced to become an audio engineer, tweaking parametric EQs when you just wanted to listen to a podcast. It's software that screams gamer in the loudest, most RGB-lit way possible, but it forgets to be reliable. It's like a car with 1,000 horsepower but no steering wheel. So, you've battled the volume and wrestled the software. Now let's talk about the core promise, sound quality. This is the contrarian snapback. With those big 4-inch drivers, you expect powerful, room-filling audio. But the Arena 3's sound profile is strangely hollow and unbalanced. Therefore, the mids and highs are clear, I'll give it that. Gunshots and vocal cues are precise. But the bass, despite that front firing port, is anemic. It lacks punch and depth. For music, it makes everything sound thin. That powerful lows claim from the product page, more like politely suggested lows. It's all top-end sizzle with no steak. The soundstage is also very narrow. Even with the spatial audio trickery, it never creates that immersive, surround sound feeling. It just sounds like sound coming from 2 points on your desk. For $125, the audio performance is simply not competitive. It's the audio equivalent of a movie with great special effects but no plot. You're left wondering where the substance went. And this brings us to the third critical flaw, the value proposition. Therefore, at its current price point, the Arena 3 is standing in the ring against absolute champions, and it gets knocked out in the first round. You have options from brands like Edifier, Audio Engine, and even Creative Labs that offer richer sound, more intuitive controls, and better build quality for the same money or less. The Arena 3's only unique selling point is its integration with the SteelSeries ecosystem. If you have a SteelSeries headset and mouse and keyboard, maybe there's a convenience factor. But as a standalone speaker, it's a compromised product. The wired headset pass-through is a nice idea for gamers, but it doesn't make up for the fundamental flaws. Buying this speaker feels like paying for a premium brand name but getting a generic experience. It's like ordering a fancy cocktail and getting a juice box with a tiny umbrella. So, what's the resolution? What should you do instead? I've tested dozens of desktop speakers in this category. Therefore, if you want rich, full sound with zero software hassle, look at the Edifier R1280T or the R1280DB if you need Bluetooth. They have real wood cabinets, a remote control, and a warm, balanced sound that destroys the Arena 3 for music and games. If you want a more gaming-focused set with great virtual surround that actually works, the Creative Labs Pebble Pro is half the price and shockingly good. The Arena 3 tries to be a jack-of-all-trades but ends up being a master of none, and for a premium price. Its problems with volume control, bloated software, and mediocre bass are not minor quirks. They are fundamental flaws that ruin the user experience. Don't make the mistake I almost did. Save your money and your patience. For the best price on my top recommended alternative, the Edifier R1280DBs, click the link in the description below right now. You'll get better sound, fewer headaches, and a product that actually deserves your hard-earned cash. Thank you for watching this honest review.